scene, and from this scene, I knew this was going to be quite a tricky thing to do for me. So, when it comes to the end of our segment, obviously I'm about to walk off to go get the train. Then I turn back and look at Emily Sammett's character and I say, I don't want to go. And then I say it again, but I was given the motive to say it with a little more desperation. So I kind of spread the words out and kind of strained the way I said it as well to make me sound too terrified to even get my words across. And there's an awkward silence that comes after that, and Gary told me to prolong that for as long as I possibly could, and I'm pretty sure I did it just about within 10 seconds, just about 10 seconds, because if I went any longer then I would have probably lost everything that was going. And obviously my character didn't want to be seen as a coward, so after that silence I had to play it off and say it was a joke. Then again, you can already tell that he was serious, and with her response saying, "Oh, I write to you every day," he can tell that she wasn't overly impressed and she wasn't buying what he was selling. Then what came next was my arrival at the barracks, where I'm introduced to the other characters. Firstly, Chris walks in. We have a little general discussion about, our surroundings. So we talk about the sun, how it's nicer out in the country than it is in London. After that, that's when John and Frank, Matt and Nathan's characters, come in, and we introduce ourselves all together. This bit was completely improvised because the only direction we got in the script was introductions. So we had to completely improvise an introduction between all of us. Then came in the sergeant, who was played by Micah, and the idea of all of us when we saw Micah was to be a little bit confused, shocked, surprised, etc. at the fact that he is a superior officer who is of a coloured ethnicity, or black. And obviously with my character, I don't know if it was canon or not, but with my character also being half black, it would be almost a sign of relief to see that someone of somewhat of the same race could make it to superior officer status or ranking. And obviously with us being soldiers, we had to address in such a high manner that it was almost like we were putting it on ourselves. Then what came next were the transition scenes, and we took a lot of time and effort into doing these scenes because they were very difficult to do. Originally it was going to be crossfading from girls to us, but after some time of practicing with that, we had to end up doing complete blackouts for this, which worked in everyone's favor because then everyone was able to get to where they needed to be without being seen by the audience. So, with that being said, it starts off with all us lads, well not all of us, all the lads playing cards, and I have just received a letter from Emily Sammett's character, Emmeline. And, just before anything kicks off, all that's happening is just the lads playing cards. And we completely improvised this. We even put down set cards for everyone to see, to invoke a reaction from everyone. So, for example, Chris and Matt's characters got very poor hands because the card game was blackjack. They got very poor hands. Nathan got the closest hand to 21, being 20, and he was being all cocky and, just overall being cocky about it. And then the Sarge puts down 21, Micah puts down 21, and then everyone just goes off. Like, the reaction is big, loud, surprised. Obviously Nathan's character, him being the most generic